guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video about the 5 things that I love about Spain. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I talked about the reasons I chose not to live in Spain. I did a Spanish haul video if you want to check that out. And I also talked about getting pickpocketed in Spain. But what I didn't touch base on is the things that I loved about the country and reasons why I would go back and reasons that I think that people should visit or consider living in Spain. So let's go ahead and go through the list of the 5 things that I love about España. Number 1, let's talk about the people, the Spaniards. I had a great time in Spain because a lot of the people, the Spaniards, are very friendly compared to where I was in Korea. Koreans are a lot shyer, and I'm comparing it to Korea because it's the only other country that I lived in for a year outside of the US. So I was in Spain for about 2 months, and I did experience people are very outgoing. They want to talk to you and they want to get to know you. So at school, the students were very outgoing. The Spanish people are very conversational. They're loud, they're lively, they know how to enjoy themselves. They know how to chill. They know that the way that they approach life is so different from how Americans approach life. And I think that we have so much that we can learn from each other. One of the questions that my Spanish students asked me while I was working there was, do you think Spaniards are lazy? And I thought that was an interesting question because their work life is a lot different than ours. They work to live, and it seems like a lot of times when I'm back in the US, the first question people ask you is, what do you do? What are you? Who are you? And it's always related to a job or career or what you're doing for a living. And in Spain, it's more about working to live and enjoying life. Work is not the #1 priority for everybody, so that is a little different. Life is not revolving around work, and I think that we can definitely learn something from that. It's a good work-life balance, I would say. Maybe sometimes a little bit too lax compared to what I'm used to in the States. Growing up, you know, in the American work life and school, we just work. And Spaniards are definitely one of the reasons why you should visit Spain and consider possibly going there. The weather is important anywhere you go. And I think that the weather in Spain is very mild. So when I was there, I arrived at the end of November, and the winter wasn't that bad. I just had a coat with me everywhere I went, but there was days when it was really warm for that time of year, and I do hear that summer is not, it's pretty nice during the summer in Madrid and other places, just depends on where you go. But it wasn't extremely hot or cold in any sense. And even though I was only there for the end of the year months, I do believe that it's not gonna be extreme weather, like snowing is not, snow and rain, they don't really get a lot of that. It's just kind of mild temperate weather. And that's really easy to dress for that. If you're gonna go to Spain, it's easy to pack clothes and easy just to walk around and travel in that type of weather. Number 3 would be the cost of everything in Spain. Their currency that they use is the euro, and a lot of other European countries that I visited, like the UK, France, Switzerland, Belgium, a lot of the countries that I've been to, it's quite expensive. And Spain, even though they're part of the European Union, a lot of things are quite affordable. So when I went grocery shopping or when I went out to eat, I didn't feel like I was dishing out a ton of money, and everything was really affordable. I can count about, I think I went grocery shopping in Spain maybe about 4 or 5 times, and each time I don't think I've ever spent more than 30 euros for a week or 2 worth of food. And so it was very affordable buying food, and I think rent is not incredibly bad. Depends on where you live, but you could find a room for 250 euros and upward, just depending on how many roommates you have. I don't think it's the most expensive European country, which makes it a perfect place to visit because it's not gonna break your bank if you do want to go to Europe and experience what Spain is like. Number 4. The transportation in Spain is a lot better than ours, for sure, in the US. They do have a metro, and it's quite reliable. So they have the metro station, the subway station with the trains all connected throughout Madrid. And I didn't go to Barcelona, so I'm only going to touch on Madrid, but they have a metro station in every major neighborhood. Madrid is actually a very walkable city as well. So I remember walking from one end of the city to the next and not really having too much trouble getting around. And if I wanted to hop on the subway, it wasn't really an issue. And if you're under 26 years old, I think you get quite a discount with, I have the transportation card here, but people under 26, if you're younger than that age or 26 or younger, you can get a deal with unlimited monthly transportation pass. I am older than 26, so I didn't get that deal. I actually got this card, but I ended up never loading it because the only thing that I didn't like about the transportation card is that once you load it, at the end of the month, that amount will expire. And I believe you're able to use this on the metro station bus and some other train stations, but I'm not really sure because I didn't use it. But if you're under 26, there is a deal for unlimited travel for younger folks. And then also, so how I got around was I always bought these 10 trip tickets off of the subway. I would just go to one of those machines and I would put in, I think it was around 50 euros or something, 12 euros and 50 cents. And it would buy you a 10 trip ticket. And I used this on the metro, the bus. So this is for the bus, the trains, and to get to the airport. And each time that you use it and you stick it into the slot where it takes this piece of this card, it will stamp it to let you know that how many trips you've taken. The only thing annoying about this is that you could easily lose this. So I always kept it in my phone case, so I always had it with me, but I do believe that it's quite convenient getting around. I also had another card for the Cercanías, which is the express train, which goes into where I was, Alcalá de Henares, and then it also goes to Guadalajara and some other neighborhoods that are further out from Madrid, and it goes on it, and that's the express train that's able to get you to some places that are a little further out. Now, I remember taking a bus as well to go to Toledo, which is about an hour south of Madrid, and I also went about 2 hours or an hour north of Madrid to Segovia. And the bus tickets for those places was, I believe, 15 euros or 20 euros for a round trip. And it was pretty easy to find the buses to go to these places. There's different companies, obviously, that you can go with. So I think if you're gonna go to Spain, it's easy to get around to try to go to different cities. They have the express train. You can always buy a cheap airline ticket if you want to go to the airport. And you can also even do ride share that a lot of people were telling me. I think it was called like Blah Blah Car or something, where if someone is driving to one place, you can pay for a seat in their car and then they would drive you to that destination that they're also going to. I just never personally did that, but I think it's transportation in Spain is easy to get around. You have so many options and it's not that expensive. So it's definitely a good reason to go visit the country. You know, when I first got to Madrid, the food wasn't that great, but then I went to the Basque Country, and the Basque Country is not really considered part of Spain. It's kind of like northern, in between France and Spain. They have these things called Pintxos, and I did do a vlog about that when I went with my friend Ashley to have Pintxos. And Pintxos are similar, from my understanding, don't quote me, I'm not an expert on Spanish cuisine or anything like that, but Ashley took me to San Sebastián or Donostia, or Donosti, near Bilbao where she lived, and we went out for Pintxos. And Pintxos is similar to the tapas experience, where you're going out, you're having drinks, and there's these delicate, very intricate, beautifully done, almost like hors d'oeuvres type things, where you buy one and you have a drink and you just eat. And it's a fun experience. It's probably my most memorable gastronomic experience in any country, just because it was fun, like hopping from one Pintxos bar to the next and seeing what they had out. I think that the food was really fresh. It's just very simple ingredients, just olive oil, anchovies, olives, bread. But these ingredients are so fresh and so well done that they don't need a lot. And I don't think we have anything like that in the States or anywhere else that I've been. Like, we may have tapas bars here, but they're not anything like how they are in Spain. And in Madrid, the food was okay. It wasn't that great. But in the Basque Country, if you want to go for good food, go to northern Spain and you will have your mind blown, because there are some dishes there that I had never tried before in my life that just didn't taste like anything I've ever had, and I don't have anything to compare it to. But it was an unforgettable experience, and each pincho is maybe like, could be 2 euros, 3 euros, 4 euros, 5 euros, just depending on how much, how intricate it is. But I mean, you just go in there, you pick one, and it's just a fun experience, and so yummy, and my stomach was just, my mouth was watering, and I was excited. So food in the north is well worth the visit to Spain. Some other mentions that maybe some other people may find a good reason to visit Spain would be the nightlife. Spanish people know how to party. Sadly, I didn't really go out that much while I was in Madrid. I only went out maybe twice. One night that I did go out, which was the last night that I was there, we definitely partied really hard, and it was a night to remember because I was drinking away and dancing and just having a good time. And Spanish people definitely know how to loosen up and drink, eat. They just know how to live life a little better, I think, than sometimes we need to be able to relax and kind of get into that environment of enjoying life, enjoying drinks, food, dancing. And they dance all the way until 6 a.m. So dance all the way until the sunrise, to the break of dawn. And I think that if you're a party person, Spain would definitely be a good place to visit. So other than that, I think those are all the reasons why I would go back to Spain to visit, and reasons that I would give someone for if they were debating whether or not to visit Spain. Those are all good reasons to visit, and I'm pretty sure everyone may have different reasons for going there. But hopefully I'll be able to come back, not sure when, maybe in the next 5 years or something. I rarely ever go revisit a place I've already been, just because there's so many places I haven't been to yet. So those are the reasons that I love Spain. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really apologize to those people that think I hate Spain. I really don't hate Spain, guys. I don't hate Korea, I don't hate Spain, but I just like to share my honest opinions about places, and that includes both the negative and the positive. So I like to be honest about that, and if you have a problem with that, then I don't know what to tell you. But I do appreciate you guys watching. As I said in my last video, please leave any suggestions for video ideas in the comment section below. I've done a ton of videos at this point, and some of them are pretty bad, but I'm trying to get better, and I'm trying to do things that are going to be relevant, informative, and helpful to anyone traveling to different places that I've been, sharing my experiences and what I think about places I've already gone. So please hit like if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next one. Hasta luego, guys. Bye bye.